Well, we told you last night that the two men convicted of killing two teenagers back in 2022 are asking for their convictions to be tossed. Brent Kohlhofer and Charles Walker cited new evidence and prosecutorial misconduct in their court filings.
You may remember our 11 Investigates team produced a week-long series on the murders of Kamarion Wilder and Keyshawn Pittman in February. Lead investigator Brian Duggar has been working this story for nearly a year now. He joins us with a deeper dive into the filings. Brian, is there anything new here?
Yeah, Kaylee, there actually is. Now, back in the spring, I interviewed Charles Walker in prison, and he told me at that point that on the night of the murders, he was watching Michigan and Purdue play in the Big Ten championship game, and then he headed to a bar downtown. And now he has someone backing up that alibi. Now, a bouncer at table 44 has signed an affidavit saying Walker showed up to the bar at halftime of the game and then helped him check IDs at the door. He claimed Walker stayed until close to closing time, long after the time when Kamarion and Keyshawn were alleged to have been kidnapped by Walker and Kohlhofer. Now, Walker's attorney argues in the filing that this evidence in this case was not properly investigated, either by police or by the trial attorneys. Now, the Table 44 employee says he was never interviewed by police or attorneys, and he says he's willing to testify if there is a new trial. Now, attorneys believe his testimony could have swayed the jury last year and also could if the men end up getting a new trial.
Brian, you mentioned prosecutorial misconduct. So what is that all about?
Yeah, now that relates to Carissa and Don Eames. They were co-defendants in this case, and they admitted to being involved. Now, they were called to testify by the defense, and they claimed their Fifth Amendment right not to testify. So the defense was expecting them to say they did not believe it was Walker or Kohlhofer. Now, in this new filing, it is alleged that prosecutors gave Carissa and Don deals only after they refused to testify for the defense.
Brian, and there is another appeal that is still being considered, right?
Yeah, both men are still waiting to hear from the 6th District Court of Appeal. Now, that appeal is focused on possible trial errors. This petition is in the Common Pleas Court, and this type of filing allows you to introduce new evidence. And I can tell you that the defense team has multiple investigators looking into the case because they believe Walker and Kohlhofer may be innocent. But I can also tell you that the victims' families have no doubt that they are guilty. Now, if you missed our February series, you can watch it right now on our YouTube channel. Reporting in studio, this is Brian Duggar for 11 Investigates.